This video covers the E major triad, or the E major chord. The one chord in E major. Now this key signature, the E major, has 4 sharps. It follows A major in the circle of fifths, because A major has 3 sharps. Now we've added another sharp. This is 4 sharps. The notes on the one chord, it's just an E1 chord. It's E, G sharp, B. Now we're using extended position, so that's it for the right hand. For the left hand, I use 4th finger on the G sharp. Some people use 3, I don't. I teach 4. It's the same process as we're doing throughout all of them. When you're first beginning this, it really helps if you do the tremolo exercise. That is, we're just going to alternate 2 notes at a time. Just go up and down, 1 note per beat. Accent each one, drop the wrist a little bit on each one, keep the wrist loose and flexible. Something like this, and slow, real slow here. It's here. Once you can do that okay, then go ahead and just do the arpeggio up and down, 1 octave, 1 note per beat, the whole bit again. Do this every time when you sit down the first time of a day or whenever, and you're doing the scale for E major, do this arpeggio also. For the intermediate, it's going to be the same as the beginner part, do all of that. Plus, we're going to go 2 octaves at 2 notes per beat. And in the tremolo exercise, you can go ahead and go up and down 2 octaves at 2 notes per beat, but let's cover this fingering first. So in the right hand, you're using little finger as your turnaround finger, so the thumb is going to play that. So you're going to here and you come up here. It's the same kind of feeling we've had in the other going down. In the left hand, you're starting with little finger, but again the thumb plays that note, so whenever the thumb will play it when as needed, and it's the 4th finger on the black key. 4th finger. Do the tremolo exercise though, and this is 2 notes per beat, and go up and down 2 octaves on this, so it'd be something like this. Accent on the beat, and drop the wrist on the accent. Stay loose and relaxed on this. If you start to tense up, get away from it, stop, shake it out, relax for a little bit, and then try it again. Stay relaxed. Because if you're playing and you start to get tense, it's pretty much impossible to relax while you're playing. You pretty much, you got to stop and deliberately relax and then take off again. So it's... hard to drop the wrist when you're crossing over like that. Here, it's hard to do that. Here, do the best you can. At least make an effort to think you're doing it, at least. Stay relaxed. Then you can do the arpeggio. It's 1 octave, 1 note per beat, and then 2 octaves, 2 notes per beat. And you start here, you can start here. I don't care where you start. It's just, so it's 1, accent every note, drop the wrist. So, now for the advanced level, you do everything in the beginner and intermediate level, but at this point you don't need to do the tremolo exercise, 4 octaves and all that. But we do the arpeggio, 1, 2, 3 and 4 octaves at 1, 2, 3 and 4 notes per beat, and you do the parallel and the contrary and the whole bit. It's the same pattern we've been using on all the scales and all the other arpeggios. And you start down here, middle C here, here, 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves, do the contrary motion in the whole pattern like that too. And keep it slow. Now, again, your metronome, in my opinion, ought to be on about 50 because you want to go real slow. We're focusing on the feeling and the muscle memory and getting it drilled into the feeling of doing this. Then you do the inversions and keep the same fingering. So since these fingers are playing the black key, that's what you use. But when you do this, you need to come down an octave here because we're getting too high here. So here. And it's the same thing, 1, 2, and 3 octaves. So forth. And the contrary motion and parallel the whole pattern. And then second inversion, again, you're here, index, middle, and then the whole bit. There's other fingerings for these inversions, but I'll cover those in other videos. In this video, we use just this fingering.